Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Charles Manson, and welcome you guys to another episode of the DREAMERSPRO show. We'll cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and we give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. And folks, all hell just broke loose. But before we get into it, please make sure you like the video and sub to the channel, right? So, as you guys know, one of the biggest talking points in the NBA right now is Bronny James, right? And a lot of people have been trying to come to the defense of Bronny. You know, Bronny is still growing up. He's still a kid. Bronny's he's the only NBA player that they call a kid. All the other young players in the NBA, they don't call them kids. When it comes to Bronny, all of a sudden he's a baby, like walking around in diapers or something like that, right? But if you guys know, Bronny hasn't really been all that good this year. This year, in about twice the minutes that he played last year, scoring 2.6 points per game on 35% shooting, 33% shooting from three. While getting you 1 rebound a game and 1.9 assists, 0.9 steals, and almost 1 turnover a game, right? But most of us who have watched the footage, we all know that Bronny shouldn't be on the Lakers roster. We know this, right? And I think it's clear to see that the only reason Bronny's on the roster is because of his father, Lebron James. But of course, LeBron fans have come to the defense of Bronny and said this, if you don't like Bronny, you don't like your father and all of this. I'm like, look, the guy's a professional. And here's the part. They try to make this argument of, when do we talk about the 55th pick? Well, it's a fantastic question you ask. Because when was the last time you seen a 55th pick plastered all over the internet? Last summer, Bronny was being promoted more than current NBA All-Stars, for God's sake. They were promoting him with Cooper Flagg, the number 1 pick in the draft, in the summer league game this summer. You would have thought that this guy is a hell of a player. Then certain nights when the Lakers win and Bronny does something, they're posting him on the thumbnail. If Bronny has an alley-oop dunk, he's being posted all over SportsCenter, House of Highlights, NBA on ESPN. But then you got the nerve to ask people why we talking about him. Why are they promoting him? If y'all going to keep pushing him like this, then we're going to talk about him. But in the midst of that going on, right, in the midst of all of that going on, there's another player that's a son of a former NBA player. And that player goes by the name of Kiyan Anthony, Carmelo Anthony's son. And Kiyan Anthony is looking amazing right now. Okay. I think his first debut game for Syracuse, where he came off the bench, he had 15 points, 3 rebounds, and 3 assists, and he looked really good. His next game as a starter, he finished the game with 19 points and 4 assists. But beyond the box score, if you watched him play, you can clearly see that this guy is the real deal. In only 2 games, he's averaging 17 points, 3 rebounds, 3.5 assists per game on 43% shooting from the 3-point line so far. 42% shooting from the free throw line and 66.7% shooting from the field. He can hit the long ball. He can go to the basket. He can hit a mid-range. Son can play. And in the midst of all of this, many of us were wondering, well, Kiyan is doing well. He's the son of an NBA player, part of the Banana Boat Club. What about Bronny? So then, I was combing through the internet. And boy, oh boy, did I come across some funny posts. All right, boy, oh boy. But there was this one post that sent LeBron fans into an absolute downward spiral. And I want to show it to you. It's from Harmon Equity, whatever. It says, Kiyan Anthony is who many thought Bronny James would be. Good Lord, why did this woman write that? This post got 231,000 views. Let me read through some of the comments. You chose violence today. She said, I'm just over here reading my book and being productive. Another guy said, both are talented. Melo handled the process better and didn't put pressure on his son. Another guy said, that's what Bronny would have been in college had he not gone into cardiac arrest. Another guy said, why can't y'all just watch them kids hoop? Bronny's not a kid, but I digress. Another guy said, Bronny has more points in the NBA than Michael Jordan's son combined, though. So there's that. Another person said, Bronny's in his second in the league and progressing through. LOL, whatever the hell this guy said. Nobody thought he was going to be his dad. Another guy said, it's way too early to predict careers. Another viewer said, how is comparing NBA and college work exactly? Another guy said, oh boy, here we go. Another viewer said, or commenter said, or whatever, I don't think you know ball. And they just kept on going on and on. You got to relax, whoa, and all of this stuff. The UMF is weird. Shut the hell up. People got mad, right? And I'm saying all of this. But the fact of the matter is this. We all know that the media would have done anything for Bronny to be this good. Had Bronny been looking like Kiyan, and I'm not putting them together, I'm just drawing a parallel here, they would have lost their minds. They would have lost their mind. They would have been talking about, does Bronny have a higher upside than Victor Wembanyama? Can Bronny become an all-star next week? This is what they do. And again, I go back to my original point. They talk about, oh man, why are you always bringing out Bronny? Why are you always talking about Bronny? Was it not Gil's Arena the other day that posted a video when I think the Lakers were 6-2? Who did they post on the thumbnail? The game they won that game without Austin Reeves and Luka. They put Bronny James on the thumbnail. They said Bronny James helps lead the Lakers to a victory. Bronny James. This is what Gil's Arena did. This is what Gil's Arena did. But if we talk about it, oh my God, you don't like your father. You hating on a black man. And blah, 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 blah. They know deep down in their hearts, they wish it was son. But Melo went about it the Melo way. The quiet way. He just let his son progress. He didn't go out there and post ridiculous comments on the internet talking about he's better than half of the players in the NBA right now on League Pass. That he can play on whatever team it is right now, which LeBron did. So when you go out there and you put all of these expectations on this guy to go out there and perform, and he doesn't do it, then you're going to get what you got. You're going to get what you got. And the result of it is that you got people like Stephen A. Smith being ran down on at Laker games for doing their job. And in the case of Stephen A. Smith, he didn't even talk about Bronny. He talked about the fact how he was trying to stay away from talking about it. Have you noticed anybody saying anything negative about Kiyan? Why? Because the guy just went about his business and did his job. His father didn't make any noise. He didn't say anything. And now he's looking like a legit player. Legit. And the only way to go from here is up. He's only going to continue to get better. But I know. Oh, the media they would have loved it. They would have loved it, and we all know it. We all know it. There was another post that I saw from Bronny Muse. It says, surely these comments are about Kiyan, right? And then it goes on. It was reacting to a post from, I think, was it Legion Hoops? And they just kept on crying some more. Another guy said, mad because Bronny stinks. He says, another guy said, difference between something being earned and something being given. Another person said, nobody cares about any other second round pick like they do with Bronny. I feel bad for him. And it just kept on going on and on and on and on and on and on. So, folks, this is where we are, man. This is where we are. These are my thoughts. Whatever you guys think, please leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section. We catch you on the next one. I'm out. Peace.